Welcome everyone to the first day of the semi-final playoffs of the Meraki Major, and what a matchup we have. Regicide, who have torn their way through the pool phases, taken names against Omnius Gaming last night to find themselves up against the Mammoth Titans of ATK. Can the King Killers finally kill the King? Well, we're going to find out tonight as we get ready.
There we go. It's the Wamai. It's actually very interesting.
Before, I mean, if we're looking at ATK BBC, ATK banned Wamai every round that they played. They didn't want to play against Wamai. Regicide flipping the switch this time around and banning them by themselves. I don't know. Maybe they expected ATK to once again ban that Wamai out and not ban the Melusi, because they seemed a little bit surprised when they saw that Melusi ban. And on Regicide's side, they haven't really banned Melusi. They've banned Clash and Maestro, but those I feel were a lot more focused to who they were playing at the time. He's just such a solid player, such a solid rock and foundation for Regicide. He's proving it here. He's bringing out the kills when they needed. Minted peeks around that corner into showers and gets a filthy shotgun shot right onto the head of Sir Pancake. And he's not as flat as a Pancake anymore because he's been splattered everywhere as Amal goes for the peak. Minted is on the front, but can't get the shots. Minted comes out on top. Mystic finds Figure as he tries to enter through that Esalma hole all the way from Vault. Little bit some misplays, maybe a little bit too rushed here. ATK need to take their time, possibly drone out a bit more. They entered blind and got punished by Divan and the rest of his team.
Arcade stairs, and looks like he's not going to catch one off guard just yet, but AML, he's going to do it. He's going to get minted off of the board. Now it's looking like a mirror, but a mirror reflects in a 180 way, and it's completely 180 from the previous round because AML continues his tear. Triple kill on the round, Mitch to go down. Now it's just Divan and Mystic. Two players you mentioned might go massive for their team today here, and Divan with the opener, it just might come true. Now Mystic on site with the MPX, he's got an angle onto where the diffusers drop, but AML with a triple kill on the round. He's just continuing it. JMS to lock it out. Now ATK, one round on the board for them. This is looking really good already.
Yeah, if you're coming out round favorites.
Looks like they might be going for a rush here. They are rushing on through into okay, they're ready for this one. They're ready for this one.
I don't think you were ready for that one as they just sprinted through Kayak, but Mystic just not missing a single step with the pepperoni as he's just gonna shut that down. No streaming in for you. Oh, Kanye, you kind of seem to be a little bit flustered after that one.
I'm just a washed caster. I haven't casted in so long, man. What can I say?
Just couldn't believe the rush. Onto Lab, and as you can see, I mean, all the way out in Armory is minted. Oh, that's unlucky though. His Figure finds, speaking of minted, sitting in Armory, just gets found out by a sneaky locker room entry by Figure as he gets a quick 2, and that's just going to open up this one from now. That's the biggest risk of Lab, is when you start losing 2 new players, you start losing that space, that control that you have on the first floor, and now you're relying mostly on your site holders, which is in this case Mystic and Airy, and Divan is actually also falling back to the side. He's not even playing upstairs from Cafe this yet, but he could get a nice headshot onto Figure, who actually anticipates it, had the information, got a beautiful headshot onto Divan, holding that tight angle. 2 players left on side here, and ATK is all ready to go. 5 men up, 1 left now. Airy locked in the corner. He's going to jump on through, but Corza doesn't see him behind the deployable barricade. Gets called out by his teammate there for him to come back. He almost got wrecked by Airy there. He didn't even notice.
Yeah, it would have been a bit unfortunate. Luckily, his teammate does call it out and, well, finds the kill. And now ATK, they're sure it's equalized in the round count, but that's not a good position to be in for Regicide because, like we were saying yesterday, is over on Theme Park, it's not out of the ordinary for a defensive team to go 5-1 in their defensive half.
Control for ATK right now. That's a lot of areas where they can start launching their phases of the attacks. Oh, but Divan hears the cue. The repel in the window takes them out. Control center still in his control. Could this be that prediction that you talked about, Kanye? We're losing that one player decides the rest of the round.
He's rotated around. He's kind of ready for this one. Figure to connect onto the first. Divan to fall. Now connects onto a second. Airy off of the board. Triple kill on the round. Minted getting a kill onto Figure. Now JMS coming with the plant. Minted with the roam. Might just be able to catch them off guard, but it's Regicide caught off guard. They weren't ready for the plant. They weren't ready for the bomb to get down. And now he is stuck inside of Cash. Causa is holding his angle. There's going to be a Nomad air jab on his position. There's nothing really you can do. Playing a bullet hole on the main wall, but he's just dancing around the crosshairs. He's gotten 1 kill already with the SMG-11, which was really well done, but it's going to take a lot more to get 3. Swings into the angle, held by the Ash, but eventually it's the ace to connect with the kill. James blocks up the round, and that's ATK now actually up in the round count over on the attacking side.
Unbelievable. Hatches making sure Armory can't get open from above. You're not going to have that verticality in play. As Devan goes for a beautiful headshot into Figure, who was actually trying to hold that angle quite nicely. But Devan, really well read there. Had some beautiful intel from his team.
Crossfire looks like AML is currently holding the doorway, but for how long? Is he going to be ready for this engagement? Indeed, he is. He finds the Jaeger, but on the other side of the board, Mystic to find Sir Pancake, but AML connects onto Mystic. Minted to find JMS, and now it's a 2v3. Sure, both walls are open, but Causa to connect now in a 2v2. Divan with a double. Now it's just Causa with the diffuser. He's taking damage from the smoke canister on around 25 points of HP. Spots the head of the mute, but it does not seem he's realized it. Going to the plant now on around 25 HP. Is this going to be his do or die moment? 0 seconds on the board, and eventually it's Airy to connect onto Causa. Regicide lock up the round, lock up their half on the defense. 3-3. Now heading to their attacking side. And just wait down the clock.
What? The chances of getting a 5v5 when James is throwing out C4. Sorry, that was a very sarcastic response to your very apt and succinct analysis of Regicide and how they need to tighten up. I'm sorry about that. I shouldn't have. But yeah, they can definitely bring it back. They still got Mystic. They still got Airy. They're two strong players, and Mitch going down to Figure though, not what we needed, and Mint followed shortly. So now the 2 star players are going to have to bring it back for their team. They're going to have to whip something spectacular out right now. Airy running down yellow stairs. Not too sure what his game plan is here as he's trying to... Ooh, I didn't even know you could do that.
I mean, I was surprised by it last time, so I don't know why you now surprised by it again, but I'm surprised by this Frost. The balls on this man to just stick in this corner with the wall being open. He's got the 9mm, the 1.5 scope attached to it. Airy taking a bit of damage, but he connects onto Figure. This might be the opener they need. 30 seconds on the clock. They could still get this bomb down. The site's being locked down though. Look at these crossfires being set up from both sides of the bomb site. Waiting room is just a kill box at the moment. There's no way they're going to push through this. They might have to rotate around through the breach in Vault, but equally, the Frost is holding that one. With the Alda, he sprays on through. Mystic to connect onto JMS, but Sir Pancake shuts down Airy. No more kills for you. Sprays on through the wall, finds a double for himself in the round in a 1v2. This is looking very plausible, but he gets sprayed from the side. He isn't ready for the crossfire. Causa gets the kill onto Mystic. A great play with the Ella in the prone position, and it's not looking good for Regicide. I gotta say it. This is another instance of the opening kill just determining the round.
Take through onto Dragon Stairs. Mitch could have found himself staring down that black masked face of the Vigil, but instead Causa opens that rotate hole under the Dragon Stairs, sneaks around. The ears not working too well there for Mitch. Perhaps he thought his flank watcher Mystic was going to be that much better. Unfortunately, in this case, didn't work out too well. Devant still has control in Armory though. He still can put some space through and start making his way forward. Is Minted going to be jumping down to give him some support, recollect that diffuser? Causa still hanging out in a dangerous position though, to come up behind both Minted and Devant if they try push down Boston Corridor onto site.
I think there's going to be another scenario of the leading kill determining this round, but they might just turn it around, but no, GMS shuts down Divan. Minted to find Figure, but it is in vain as now in a 4v2. Causa, he's still situated inside of Gongroom. He's looking for the quad. He has the triple, but he has to worry about the bandit as well. JMS almost rivaling Causa's aggression in that round, finds a double for himself, and there was almost no way for them to convert that one based off those opening kills, because Causa just goes massive. He does Causa things.
Most of the maps.
Yeah.
And there are certain maps where you have an opportunity to one-up them, and but Cafe isn't it. And I think Regicide in this case is just hoping they're better on Cafe. Unfortunately, they're not better in kayaks right now. That seems to be the stopping point of their attack. Mystic does manage to come out on top against AML downstairs. They have managed to get rid of Sir Pancake as well, that hard anchor. Don't have to worry about those Maestro cams anymore either, Airy. Once again, still trying to face down this kayak entrance, and that's actually where Sir Pancake went down. But James and Causa go mad, working nicely as a team together here. C4 goes down. James unable to connect, but he knows where Mystic is. He knows where the last player is. Mystic going for the slow peek, gets the headshot onto James. And now it is a 2v1. It's a winnable situation. He can bring this one back. Causa holding tight on Dragon Stairs. Could say no. He does move out the way. He's going to get droned out. That's unfortunate. Mystic now going to be aware of where at least one of these players is playing from. Looks like Figure still anchoring onto site, just hoping that Mystic tries to make his way through. He's got that SMG in hand. I don't know where those frost mats are placed, but that's something that Mystic's also just going to need to be hyper aware of as he's making his way through. Audio cue comes up. Figure's going to know he's entering in from that barrels corridor. He goes for the shots, almost manages to find the head. Now Crouch goes for the repeat. Causa is sneakily coming from behind, but doesn't matter because Figure seals it off quite nicely, getting a beautiful headshot to bring them onto that match point that you were just oh so lovely referencing, as it's not something Regicide wants to see. He might not be coming out kills, but he's being that solid information gatherer support, and he's always ready for something to happen, ready to help his team out no matter what. Letting his team have something to work with so they can stop putting pressure there. As Devan runs through bathroom, and that's exactly where Causa was waiting for that rotate through that late first floor clear. Airy goes for some shots, takes some health damage though. Figure still looking good, and Regicide in a very awkward situation right now. They do manage to get rid of Sir Pancake, but they still got to worry about Causa, who is moving up yellow stairs. Minted and Airy are looking down there, but Minted has looked away. Causa is moving up, but Figure takes care of him before Causa can even come to play. Figure goes down. Causa still in action though. He still has control of that corridor. And there we go. AML founds Airy in a little bit of a crossfire. I think he was distracted by all that's going on. Mystic pops the smoke, goes for the defuse. Causa is running on through. AML in support through the drone hole. Causa comes around, shotgun to the head. And that's going to be it. ATK taking Theme Park, putting themselves 1-0 up as we head through to Cafe.
Going to Cafe, and I'm sorry for anyone that lost at this point. I believe it was 5,000
I forgot to hedge my bets.
In total, it's 10,000 channel points that have been lost in this game. Yeah. Lost to the void, lost to the endless.